Hello everyone. Today I will going to talk about assassins and their artifacts, but first I would like to bring your attention to something else. Something that in my eyes is some sort of emergency, okay? So just a few minutes ago I was for fun. Let me show you with the team I can play with in arena. After I get rid of the pop-ups, so I have this nice, server issues. I have this nice 500 to 525k team at my service to use them, and instead of using them, I use them, of course, for defense. As a fifth attack, I use them, but I could just as well use this one. 237k. So what we are talking about? We are talking about, for example, BB, gear 11, 85 levels only, without medallion, without artifacts, without awakenings, and most of them are practically naked. And they are doing just fine. I don't think that we ever saw such a disbalance in the game. And I'm commenting, I'm asking my people in my community what they think about it, and they think it's absurd and it's need a nerf. And of course you can join. I will include the link for our Discord, so you can, if you want, you can join the discussion. But yeah, I'm pretty much disturbed with this. It's not fun. It's not fun anymore. I understand that new factions need to be stronger than the old ones. It's an old thing in every game, but it is not subtle. It should be subtle, and this is too obvious. It's enormous. It's extreme gap. So what comes next is either everything else has to be at that level where those witches are at the moment, which means that everything we've done so far it will have decreased value. And I'm not saying it will be worthless, but it will not be so valuable. And the other possibility is that they agree that witches need nerf, but after they sell them properly, after they sell everything, their arcane stars, their gear, their medallions, everything that can be sold, after it's done, and then maybe then it's time for nerf. I don't know. Both of the options I can see from now on doesn't look good. This is way too big gap from 237 up to 525. It's huge gap in power. It's just too big. Nothing we've seen so far. So let me know what you think about it. You can give me your comments on YouTube, and you can join our Discord and also share your thoughts here. But yeah, I will know. It's better if I don't think about it. So let's go to our assassins, okay? Let's go to our assassins. Let's pretend that this game has a future and that it makes sense to give guides to old themes such as Assassin's Guild. So, as I approached this in previous artifact videos with Cloud Wanderers, where I said Astoria is the most important there because she gets the job done. And then after that there was a video about witches and their artifact, and again, as a top one priority, I gave you Banshee, at least when we are talking about old witches, because she gets the job done in that theme, so you can guess that in this theme we will talk about Willow as the highest priority, okay? So, my main advice, biggest one, everything else is practically irrelevant, is for you to find on Willow as much as you can multi-attack damage. I will explain this in a few minutes, or I should do it right now. Excuse me, just to check if I have any. No, I don't have. Let me check if I have something maybe that is not equipped. I believe I made a mistake. I should have put, yeah, I don't have it at the moment. 8% is not enough. I would wish for more. Never mind, I will get it sooner or later. Okay, this could be nice if I just get a lucky proc symbol. Please let it be for Willow. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. So the reason why multi-attack damage is so popular now is because there is a possibility that it is not coded properly. And I know if you ask support or if you go into their questions and answers section, you can see what I did is, you can see, let me start another one. You can see in their forums and support answers and some screenshots, my friend Elucidate sent me something about as well, when he said that multi-damage attack is applied last. First is something, then it's something, then it's something, then as a last thing there is a multi-attack damage. But what do they not tell us? How is it? How is it applied? So let me just quick basic math for everyone. It is not the same. Let's call multi-attack damage as a value M, okay? So let's say we have something plus something plus something multiplied by multi-attack damage, okay? And this would be a certain value, okay? But is it that way in the code, or is it maybe something plus something plus something, and let's say we put a bracket here and that is multiplied with multi-attack damage? Or is it the worst case possible? Is it the worst? And I suspect it is something like that, because numbers with multi-attack damage are crazy. You can see it from Leora. We just discussed new witches, and AoE damage artifact on Leora is popular, and then with multi-attack damage inside of it, she gets crazy. She is insane. So in worst case possible, so you see, yes, maybe multi-attack damage is applied last, but what if it is applied like this? You know, if everything is added and calculated before in the code, and then multiplied damage multiplies everything. I've seen this in other games. I've seen these mistakes when someone applies that percentage multiplier to something that it shouldn't be applied to, you know. So numbers, this would be absurd number. You may think it doesn't matter, but it does. Before I go back to the assassins, let's get another example. So you will see that funky things are going on in their code, and we don't know anything about it. For example, Tomb of Curses. You have sometimes option to increase the gear, increase the level of your gear, and sometimes you have option to decrease the level of their gear. But if you're already on gear 15, some of you think, so let me show you this. Some of you think that this is going on in the code. Let's say you have gear 15. And then at the last stage, you get curse that your gear is 3 levels lower, okay? But you thought you are smart, and on the steps to the end, to the ending node, somewhere you picked up plus in advanced. So you say, you know what, I'll prepare for the worst, and if in last node I get gear reduction, I will prepare myself with gear increasing buff, and it will just be the same. It will be 15. Yes? Wrong. No. Most likely in the code, this is what happens. You see, it is not irrelevant in what order things are happening in the code. What is happening most likely in the code? You have gear 15, and then first he adds 3 levels as you requested. But since gear 15 is maximum, 15 plus 3 equals 15 again, because it is maximum. And then he applies minus, and you end up with 12. So some of you believe that the yellow thing is going on, but I'm pretty sure that the red thing is going on. And they add the value to you, which is not possible to add because you're already at maximum, and then they reduce the value from you. So yeah, in one reality, you could actually profit from getting your increased gear. But if code is written in the way I think it is, you are not profiting at all. Never mind, this was a long digress, but just an example that we don't know anything about what is going on in the code. We can only suspect, we can only imagine. So same thing goes about multi-attack damage, and I should change it in my tier list. It should go on the first place because it is the most dangerous substat at the moment. And what is the worst thing about it? It is possible to have it both on weapon and in armor. And if someone stacks, I saw it on my second account while I was still playing it. I managed to, I believe Ghoul or someone had both multi-attack damage in weapon and in armor, and when he was using his third skill, crazy things were happening. Crazy things. Especially with Ghoul, especially with him having extra damage when he is on 120. And again, multi-attack damage shouldn't be applied to it, but I'm afraid it is. So never mind. Let's stop talking about my paranoia and how the multi-attack damage is coded. You can see it for yourself from your experience. You can try it, you can experiment, and you tell me if you see a huge difference on multi-attack damage attackers when you equip them with proper multi-attack damage boost. You let me know if you see the difference. Look, if you saw my previous video about tournaments, and if you go, I will link it at the end of this video. If you go to the ending section where I'm fighting against Corvus hybrids, where I made sure that Corvus has stiletto to be very hard to beat. It is not hard to beat at all. Willow will one-shot pretty much anyone there. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you use her in Nightmare or if you use her in PvP, wherever you use her, find multi-attack damage for her. Now, if I wasn't lucky enough to have single target damage weapon on her, I would probably take anything. Anything. So I would just go weapon, armor, doesn't matter what, let's say weapon, and multi-attack damage. And if I don't have this knife, I would accept anything except stiletto. So, for example, if my mace would be something with most multi-attack damage in it, I would go for it. Of course, if Sledgehammer would have the most multi-attack damage in my account, I would go for it. Any map, even if it's crappy Bone Flail, even if this one, if you have this one, but it has huge, like 50% or more multi-attack damage on it, take it. This is the stat that brings you the most value because it is applied in a very suspicious way. Okay, I believe nothing can compete with multi-attack damage which is in your substat. Okay. For armor, obviously Willow is always critting, so I'm prefer to use Vampiric Fist. Again, if I get anything, but anything except I don't want to put obviously ability Gambit on her as a weapon, and I don't want to put critical 0 on her. It would be huge waste. Okay, but anything else that is not, if artifact is not critical 0 sigil, and if it's not stiletto with ability Gambit, anything with most multi-attack damage, that is your friend. Okay, unfortunately I don't have anything special at the moment. I have to wait and collect and be patient. Let me see. Yeah, even if I would have some matches in this one, I didn't proc multi-attack damage. So it's a process. You need obviously a lot of luck, and now the more I look at it, this is a very, very lucky weapon. 50% is huge. Now I just need to find something. Like I said, I like Vampiric Fist, but I will get rid of it in a second if I get something with high multi-attack damage rolls. Okay, so that is about Willow. She deserved this much time, and others do not deserve it because it is very simple. Let's talk about Yuki. Yuki, it's tough. I have noticed that she is doing crazy support damage if she is equipped with Bone Mace. Once I went to a Nightmare node Flame, yes, it was against Flame, and you know how you have to be careful in Flame not to kill the little ones before you kill the big Flame. Well, Yuki wrecked me in there. She was without mercy attacking the ones with the hit list. Willow would attack with basic on Flame, and Yuki would support almost constantly. It was crazy amount, and believe me, Yuki can hit very hard. So, after witnessing how hard Yuki can hit, you can either go for support attack chance, or I've seen, let me check if my favorite nemesis, have what I think he has. I believe he has Flail. I believe he has counter attack on Yuki. Yeah, I felt it a few times when I was using a strategy to attack. Where are they? Oh, they are above. When I was using a strategy to attack Yuki first, oh yeah, she has counter-attack chance, and I can say she can hit very hard. So either Mace or Flail would be great. Let me continue look what he has. He has a single target defense, and I agree with this. I know that some people insist if you do not equip single target defense, then they hit Yuki harder and then she reflects harder. Trust me, you don't want that. You want single target defense because she's really annoying if you can't get rid of her fast. Okay, let me just check what. Yeah, he has damage reduction, hit points. Let's continue watch my nemesis assassins because my assassins are really, really crappy. All I have is Willow, but my Willow is enough. Let me check what he's using on John. Oh, yes. Again, some people would say don't use breastplate on John because he will heal more if he gets more damage. And I disagree. I want him tanky. I want him to survive. He will heal just good enough. There is a lot of enough damage going on around. So yeah, I like this breastplate on him, and I like the knife. Okay, maybe John doesn't need multi-attack damage, but never mind. Let me check. Ash is somewhat irrelevant. You can do just as much anything you want on him. But yeah, support attack, mace and gloves are decent for Ash. And let me check the blade. Now blade, about blade. This is my dream. I don't have this. I have only epic version. Double blow. Double blow for blade is huge, so I will just talk. I will talk for a while about blade and his double blow. Let me check if I have something nice on my blade. I believe I do. It is just epic, but not legendary. Yeah, double blow, but with skip turn chance. Yes, I like this one very much. Okay, so the most important components for your assassins are obviously Willow and her multi-attack damage as much as you can get, and then blade with as highest rarity of double blow you can get. If you have golden one, if you have legendary with 0 matches, use it. Even if you have 0 substats under it, use it. And why is that? Because again, if you watch my previous video and focus on last 5 or 6 fights where I'm fighting with assassins against Corvus hybrid teams, you will see that I'm opening with basic. And then it's my turn again. I have no explanation. This is another cute thing about Age of Magic. I have no explanation why Blade, when he starts with the basic, he instantly gets another turn. Okay? If you know explanation for this, please let me know. If you start with second skill, someone else will get a turn. But that is why AI is so bad with assassins. AI starts with the scroll. But if you start with basic, you get another turn. Check my previous video, ending last 5-6 fights, and you will see I'm opening with the basic, and then I'm opening with basic again. And here we go. Now we can talk about double blow, which, you see, when using the basic ability, there is a certain % chance to use that ability will activate a second time on the same target. So we are obviously already using basic because the game is coded in the way that basic gives you more value than using actual skills. You get double turn for start. And then during your double turn, if you have high chance for double blow, there is a chance that some of this damage will crit. And the moment something of that crits, where is our Willow? Here she is. The moment blade lands critical hit, you can see every time the hitless target receives critical damage, Willow receives targeting cover. She hides. And when she is hidden, she will do a lot more damage. So that is the reason why you are opening with Blade Basic, and if needed with Blade Basic again, and you use Double Blow main perk in order to make him hit again, which means you giving him a chance to crit. And Just in the opening you practically secure your win, and it's easy from there. So yeah, I believe this is so unstable faction. Not as unstable as witches, I was talking about as new witches in Leora. But yeah, I'm afraid they're also not balanced well. I saw in a tournament 2 weeks ago, someone was out of joke using only Blade and Willow and 3 empty spaces. So that tells you everything. Blade and Willow can handle it alone. That is why after I saw Blade and Willow and no one else in the team, 3 empty slots, I figured, okay, my assassins are maybe not so crappy. I could use them on my tournaments because I can use anyone in those 3 empty slots. It doesn't matter then. I can kick John and use Picky. I can kick Ash and use, I don't know, a cat or someone. So I kept Yuki only because Yuki is useful even on her 13 gear. She's fine. But yeah, the most attention you want to bring on your Blade and on your Willow. Everything else doesn't matter too much. Okay, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you have any questions. I will include the link from my previous video now in the ending screen, and in the pinned comments I will include invite to my Discord, so you can join our community there. We have friend role for it is not only for our clan, it is for everyone, so you can ask questions there, you can join in discussions, and you can say how you feel about all of this. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.